You are a moderator of a panel discussion. Congratulations. Whether it's your first time or your 10th time, I want to help give you some guidelines, an outline, going from where you feel now to coming out of the panel discussion confident, knowing that you have successfully run a panel discussion. And it might help you open up opportunities for the future and to be asked back by the organizers. Get a pen, paper ready, and take notes. We're going to try to do this in less than the time of an American sitcom, which is about 22 minutes. And you'll walk out of here or finish watching this feeling a lot more confident in knowing what you're doing. Before the panel, preparation. One of the main things to remember is that you are the moderator. You are not only the timekeeper, but the captain of this panel discussion ship. Your job is to guide the discussion with really good questions that will answer the topics, the questions, the themes of whatever your panel discussion will be about. One of the things that will help with that is knowing your panelists, whether you're already familiar with their work or it's their first time that you're getting to know them. Always do your research to know more about their work background, any personal history, Easter egg tidbits. And if you don't know or you don't have enough information, feel free to reach out and ask them directly. This is because it's going to help you formulate and structure unique, detailed questions outside of the general ones that you'll most likely ask. It will also help with intros. Now, sets of questions. You can have general ones, like I mentioned. You also should follow up with ones that are a little bit more detailed, geared toward each panel expert, giving them equal opportunity to answer and kind of give great content and information back to the audience and the attendees. Always make sure that you have a natural flow of questions. With that is going to come with practice. And by natural flow of questions, sometimes you want to really know where the panel discussion is going. If you feel like a question that you had written down no longer applies, skip and move on. There are also times where you might find yourself saying, so the next question is, my third question is, that brings me to the next question. Practice helps you eliminate those segues because they don't feel natural, like a flow, like a discussion. One of the ways to practice is in front of the mirror, in front of just a group of friends or a friend just sitting on the sofa and couch, or since everybody is so busy, Zoom and just practice. Practice makes perfect. A panel discussion is only as good as its moderator, because in the end, you have one shot to do this live in whatever time frame that is given to you. Practice is going to really help you to get to know those questions. So even if you word it a little bit differently when you're finally live on stage, you at least already know them. You won't have to look down on your notes and read it word for word. Audience members may be there for the panel experts, but they do want to see your smiling, happy, positive face. When you practice, it also helps to film yourself. That way you can go back, take a look, keep in mind what you did like that you did and where you can practice more. Another thing before the panel, you want to make sure to test your audio-visual equipment. If you have a PowerPoint presentation, make sure that the images are kind of your main guiding point. The best way to use a medium like PowerPoint on a panel is the words are great and fine, but you don't want to be too wordy or the font is too small. People in the back of the room may not be able to see it. You want to be able to see charts, graphs, pictures. If you have videos or music, you want to make sure with the AV staff that it works beforehand, lessening your chance for technical difficulties the moment the panel day time arrives. It also lets you know whether they have the right cables for connections. If they don't have it, ask them to bring it, or you need to bring it. Always have backup. The moment has arrived. It's panel time. Now, always thank the audience for coming. These audience, attendees, fans, they could be anywhere else, but they chose to be at your panel discussion because they find it worthy to come. Always thank them. Keep an eye on the clock while you're at it throughout the panel. Panel organizers like it when you end on time. Regardless of whether they clear out the panel room or not, the next panel also wants to set up and start on time. When you check out how the audience is feeling, one of the things you want to make sure is that the vibe of the room is positive and upbeat. If it's an entertaining panel, you want to see whether they're laughing at a certain joke, or they're nodding and smiling, looking like they're having a good time. If it's a more informational-based panel, are they taking notes? Are they nodding along? Do they look thoughtful? It is because you want your audience and attendees to walk out feeling like they gained something valuable. You, being again the captain of the panel, they're going to feed off of your energy, whether it's the panelists, whether it's the audience. You are steering them in the right direction that they're feeling. Look for questions that you might think might give you a better feedback and energy back from the panelists and the audience members. What do you do when you have a panelist that keeps on rambling? I get that question a lot. And again, it takes practice. There are subtle and strong ways to speak to them in a way that you want to move on to the next question and topic. For example, David, I love everything that you're saying. I think it's so important. I would love it if later on you can give your social media handles if you feel comfortable, so audience members can follow up, because we have so many good topics, burning questions, themes that I want to get into, and I want to make sure that we have enough time for all of them, we can address them. Something along the lines. Feel free to refine and tweak what I just said. And then you move on to the next question, topic, or panelist. Now, after the panel, thank the panelists and organizers, whether in person or through email. The panelists took time out of their day to come and speak. Of course, it could be self-promotion for them. However, it is still time that they could have spent elsewhere. As for the organizers, they will remember you if you thank them. You want to come off confident and that you've done a great job, because you want them to come back in the future and ask you to be a moderator for another panel. Even the panelists, they will remember you thanking them, and hopefully they will also recommend you on other panels that they're on, or they know their colleagues will also be on. A lot of this is forming a good relationship and connection from really, really great discussions that you have sharing on stage, whether it's 30 minutes or 50 minutes. If you feel like you messed up, and I know that's like we are always our own worst critic, really take a step back. If it's a small flub, don't worry. Don't beat yourself over it. Don't beat yourself up over it. Attention span is short. Most likely no one noticed, and even if they did, they would forget in a little bit. Just keep that in the back of your mind and just be more cognizant of it in the future. Now, with that, you want to go online to look for social media clips. That's really important because it is also a way to show that you have successfully led a discussion. If somebody filmed just the panelist, comment down below if it's genuine. I really loved sharing a stage with you, John. It was such an honor to hear what you have to say, and you did such an amazing job answering my questions. The audience absolutely loved it. If it's just you that they filmed on a clip, you would say, thank you so much to the original poster for filming, that you feel that my question was important enough for you to really put it on and spread the word online. If you have their permission, feel free to repost on your own social media accounts or LinkedIn. It is your evidence that you've done a good and successful job, and you walked away confident knowing you did the best you could. Now, if the panel has a no recording, no photography aspect to it, ask the organizers. A lot of them tend to film it professionally so they could release it on their own channels and through their company. They might even allow you to kind of cut it down and use small snippets for yourself, for your own professional, resume. But always ask the event organizers for permission. I hope all of this outline and guideline has helped you guys out and that you feel more confident going forward and doing this panel discussion. You're going to be an amazing moderator. If you have any more questions, drop them down below and I will do my best to get to them. Now, remember, you're going to do great. This is Speak and Elevate, and I'm Jessica.